The fifth stage of a personal injury case is the litigation phase. Now, arguably, this is the phase that exists the whole time. It's all, in theory, litigation. But I think of litigation as commencing when you file a lawsuit. You're the plaintiff, you file a lawsuit, you sue the at-fault party. That's going to be the defendant. If there are insurance issues about coverage, you're going to have a claim potentially against your uninsured motorist coverage if there isn't any insurance on the other end, or underinsured if there isn't enough coverage. And that's something you should be working at discovering in the pre-suit phase. Sometimes that's not doable, so you have the discovery phase, which basically is where you're finding information out, and that's primarily what's going on in litigation. You have written requests for documents are called. You're asking for interrogatories, which are written requests for production of documents, and then you have what are called requests for admission, where you ask them to admit or deny certain statements. All of this is setting up deposition of the plaintiff, deposition of fact witnesses, deposition of the defendants, and expert witnesses, all of that kind of stuff, which you determine from the discovery. Sometimes you're going to have private investigators. You're going to analyze data on phones. Cell phones are just great untapped resources in these kinds of cases. Anytime you send a data preservation letter, basically don't destroy your electronic data, freaks people the hell out, and it should, because we have a lot of information on our phones. But it can be confusing. People are going back to court, fighting over what you have to give, what you don't have to give, whether you produced enough, whether you haven't produced as much as you should, whether or not you've given them everything you need to. Those are all the fights that are going on. That's the vast majority of what goes on in litigation, or depositions and fighting over discovery issues. You need lawyers that understand that. I've done this for 20 years and get these questions all the time. I'm used to going to court, filing motions, writing briefs, doing all that kind of stuff. It's just what lawyers do on a day-to-day basis, but it's confusing, and that's why you need a lawyer who's on your side to help out.